Penny Dragon's latest Kickstarter is live. Yes. Waystar is an epic D&D 5e sci-fi conversion that comes with everything you need, from the core rulebook to a creature codex, settings archive, adventure, dice, cards, to the most important thing, a plushy space monkey. Alongside the game itself, there are plans to expand this new universe, quite literally if the next stretch goal is met. The original funding target was reached in just 34 minutes after launch, and it is currently aiming for its 9th stretch goal to open the new adventure area known as the Abandoned Planet of Kashkol. Alongside this, there are comics and novels planned to expand the lore of this setting. Can't wait for it. Anyway, enough of looking to the stars. Let's see what else we can find on this blue jewel of a planet. Penny Dragon Games is now streamed up to 4 evenings a week. Every Tuesday, almost every Tuesday, you can join the Fellowship of the Fallen. The Fellowship had a strange run-in with the woman in charge, Leylon, known affectionately as the Growler. Did she try to cast a spell on Magna moments before the party left on their latest quest? Only time will tell. Then on alternate Thursdays, DM Craig takes us to the chilly north of the Icewind Dale in the rime of the Ice Maiden campaign. He's been touring around the also chilly north of Canada over summer. We were looking forward to him returning September 1st for episode 4, The Road to Bryn Shandar. And on Thursday, the 8th of September, a new adventure kicks off on the Penny Dragon channel. Stay tuned to Penny Dragon socials to get more details as we release them. Tomorrow, we rejoin the Churn Gang. Baba Blackbeak is dead, and Pierre Twilight too. Now the Churn Gang must face what Oja has become, a pawn of the Jinn. DM Richard helms that campaign in the Humblewood setting. The Softhrone saga was live last Friday, and the party helped Braytak defend his grove against a force of giants. It was probably the hardest battle yet for the Saviours of Somerton. For one party member, though, it was their last. AF for respects. The Softhrone saga continues Friday, 2nd of September. I'm excited to see what DM Dave has planned next for them. The Cloaks of Mindhelm are back this Sunday, August 28th. The party return triumphant from the marshlands. I've lost where we are. But their rest will be brief and their reward bittersweet. For all is not well in the city of Mindhelm. Our own Ben here helms that campaign, and I'm intrigued to see what he's got in store next. And lastly, though there was no Violet Madness this last weekend, it is set to be back on September 4th. The swampy mire has really started to take its toll on the party. Damon seems uneasy. Alfric learns that he is a wanted man, and Shadar finds the answer to a question he regrets ever asking. Another return to the slightly twisted mind of Mark in his own Castonia setting. For all campaigns and the various one-shots, VOD are available immediately on the Twitch channel for subscribers, and then are normally available on the Penny Dragon YouTube channel within 48 hours or so, giving you opportunity to catch up on any episodes you may have missed, or indeed wish to see again. The Churn Gang are by far the largest group of characters, unless someone can prove me otherwise. You can also there find our irregular chat show, Penny for Your Thoughts, where host Ryan deep dives into a given topic, whether that's an in-depth look into recent games or grilling DMs their tips and tricks. Full of gems of knowledge, all are welcome to suggest new topics for him to explore. Just log into the Penny Dragon Discord, which also has a community space with an active chat, and we're always welcoming newcomers in. Keep an eye as well on Penny Dragon's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for updates on content and the odd video of mirth and madness. Remember, viewers, you can influence this game by the use of channel points, bits, and subscription, providing up to free single-use blesses, inspirations, or healing to any of the players, or to the DM, of course, who is also a player. Let's not forget. Details come down directly below. Just scroll down. A quick plug for Penny Dragon merchandise. Follow the bot in chat for the link to the stream elements page, where you can get t-shirts. The only time you'll see the Fellowship this week. Stickers, mugs, and more, showcasing art from the various artists who contribute to the Penny Dragon streams, all of whom do amazing work. I would like to shout out at this point Dungeon Alchemist, the mapping program I'm using exclusively in this campaign for all the encounter maps, the party experience. Thanks as well to Hero Forge for the character art, to Tabletop Audio for the music available within Roll20, and to the various creators who came up with Candlekeep Mysteries in the first place for Wizards of the Coast. And thanks, of course, to Christian, serving double duty in the tech bunker, keeping the gremlins out the stream to the best he can. Now let's get to meeting our wonderful players. Let's start with Ben tonight.
I'm muted. So hey everyone, I'm Ben. I will be playing the Iron Mind, a psionic warrior trained from childhood to be a sort of a relatively mindless bodyguard, but he is currently masterless and is out adventuring, looking for purpose and something to swing an axe at in defense of someone. Someone, just anyone will do, you know.
Any old
And
person, just go for
he's
one.
latched onto this one.
Fair enough. Let's go to Joan next.
How's it, everyone? I'm John. I play Crony Stoutfoot. He's a Lightfoot halfling, wild magic sorcerer. Basically came to Candlekeep to try and figure out why he's got magical abilities all of a sudden.
Seems perfectly fair. Sir Richard, if you please.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Sir Richard Brighthorn, dashingly handsome young noble, fifth in line for his father's throne, who realised he was actually fifth in line for a life of boredom, and fled his life of privilege for one of adventure. Richard is quite naive, but highly skilled with his rapier and wit, and has a particular affinity for picking locks, but more about that later.
You hope. Kira, if you would be so kind.
Hi, I'm Kira. I'm playing Ori, still learning the worlds of D&D. I'm playing a half-elf bard. She's very young, learning the ropes of things and having fun along the way.
Having fun. We're not here to have fun. This is a serious camp. No, it's absolutely not. Christian, let's go with you next, please. Christian, you are muted. Oh, we can. There we are.
He's a wood elf monk, and yeah, almost dead at this point, but yeah, holding on.
Haven't managed to kill him just yet. I keep working on it. Nimble things, monks. And definitely not least, Mark.
Hello, I'm Mark, and I am playing both Mortar and Pestle, a lizard folk wizard who has a bit of a kind of complex going on. He seems to be two people talking at the same time and behaving in completely different and somewhat erratic manners, but he's very much enjoying the adventure and hoping to hone his arcane skills a little more, and his bone sharpening skills too.
Now that is a combination I really don't want to mess with, but the DMAs are really excited to play with. Anyway, with all that, I think we're ready to dive back in. Our band of misfits have agreed to serve the Great Library of Candlekeep as an on-call adventuring squad, ready to be tasked for whatever the great readers require of them, but with a focus on safeguarding tomes of ancient and potentially dangerous knowledge. However, they have barely begun and have already managed to get themselves trapped in an extra-dimensional manner that seems to belong to an currently absent wizard. The party have encountered friendly breakfast-making homunculi, angry animated objects, and even the odd cat or two. Currently, the bulk of the party on the upper level, just having survived an encounter with a pair of extremely painful swords, particularly painful swords, in fact. However, we'll be starting at the lowest level, where we find, all on their lonesome, Mortar and Pestle. To bring you back up to speed of where you are, you have spent a good bit of time in the last hour or so reading through the study of one Fistandia, the wizard who apparently has created this manor amongst the stars, while the rest of your party went down into the basement to see what they could find. They returned a little while later, a little bit battered from an encounter or two with some crawling claws, and mentioned to you there was an interesting looking laboratory full of all these peculiar creatures strung up into vats of unspecified liquids. There was a workshop, there was a summoning circle, and naturally you, of course, gone, none of these people know what they're doing, this arcane stuff. I should go and find this out. So while our party are upstairs finishing off the dancing swords, you are down in the basement. Where would you like to go?
Ooh, well, the vats of unknown liquids seems to beckon me, so I will head in that direction. I think it's down this hall.
I mean, I don't think they specified where it was going. So you pass a room where you can see braziers are outside a scratched out magic circle. Off to one side, there is a toad just sat there.
Ooh, well, I suppose he's like a kid in a candy shop now. He had a destination in mind, walked past this door, looked inside, and he was like, ooh. And step inside and we'll have a quick old look.
You can see there definitely was a summoning circle in here. The braziers are fully out, have not been used for some time. The bookcase at the southern end is empty. The frog regards you balefully.
Okay. Pestle will look at the frog and say, hello, friend. And I will cast can I use a firebolt to try and light these braziers? Actually, before I do that, can I inspect the circle?
You may inspect the circle.
See if I can get any kind of like hint of any of its purpose.
Roll me an Arcana check.
We'll certainly try.
First roll of the night. What we got? 14. I would say you do recognize this as a summoning circle, but it's not particularly your area of expertise, so it's not something you've delved into too much.
Well, this is probably someone's frogs, yeah. I'm gonna try and light those braziers.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be enough actual combustible material within them to light them up. It seems to be just the sooty remnants of what was in there. You get the impression from smelling, you're certainly Pestle will be able to smell charcoal and sulfur.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be any actual things you could put in to light them up.
Okay, so it was used before. I will then in that case just kind of step over that and peruse this bookcase while
fully empty.
Fully empty. Okay.
Yeah, the frog kind of doesn't really move, just keeps sitting there.
Let's see, just double check my spell list. I don't think I have anything that can help me there, but yeah, like I mean, Pestle is just gonna drop to his knees and look at the frog and say, "Hello, friend. What can you tell me about this place?" Insightful as always. So yeah, just don't think there's much else I can
wipes an eyeball with a foot and then just carries on.
Okay. Yeah, he's just not really much else. He might come back to this room later if he thinks of something to do with that.
Yep.
I'll continue.
So the door at the end you can see, and this is the room that is the preserved menagerie of things. Glass vessels, large and small, stand in rows. Inside you can see bodies of various creatures floating. You can see around there are a number of damaged and destroyed crawling claws. The vessel in the top right corner, as you're looking at that map, is a 4-foot tall container, is missing its lid and has no occupant. All the others do seem to be, apart from one on the countertop here, all the others do seem to have creatures within.
Okay, and are they moving or stationary?
Do a quick look around if you want to. Give me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
We'll see as well what you can identify.
That is a 15.
15. Okay, so I mean, you'd recognize the pseudo dragon in one of them. The giant fire beetle, you can guess. A flump you've heard of. There's a cockatice in one corner. That definitely looks dead. As you pass, you notice that in this one there is some sort of aberrant tadpole of some sort.
Okay. Like I'm not going to open anything. I'm going to have a.
You can do. You're welcome. If you want to. How hungry is Pestle? No, that's fine.
I'll probably err on the side of caution and not like actively release anything that is confined, but I will definitely I'll poke my nose around for anything that I might think is useful to our current predicament. Like, I suppose any clues, like one of those books or any magical items that we could use or things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that the rest of your party have probably done the same in terms of
Okay,
the few
yeah,
drawers
yeah,
that are here. Most of this seems to be the accrution wants to either keep these things working or to fill them up. There's no notebooks around here, so this would seem to be more somewhere to preserve what has been looked at elsewhere, rather than as anywhere where any actual written work
Okie
goes
dokie.
on, or if any research happens, the stuff is brought in and is taken elsewhere.
And just so I get it right, then the guys have explored the other rooms down here.
As far as they did say they have explored down here. They didn't say what order things were in. But they've
Okay,
mentioned
okay.
this preserve menagerie. They've mentioned the summoning room, and they mentioned it would be a workshop, an alchemical laboratory.
Okay, well, that'll probably be next on his destination then.
Okay. Meanwhile, upstairs in the study, Brew takes a hit. Sounds of fighting. Yeah, so if you head south there,
Okie dokie.
and you will see the open door.
My vision is limited now, so I'm going to cast light on myself.
Okie dokie. Let me add in.
Oi, who turned out the lights?
Honestly, no lighting down here. Night vision, you go to book and book.
So
Save
yeah,
settings.
he's
There you go.
just going to cast light on his own like spell book, and his spell book is just hanging
Yeah,
around his belt.
that's fine. Yeah. So your token's now emitting light, so
Yeah.
that should cover you for these bits here.
Nice.
Yeah, so you come into here, you can smell stringent chemicals. There are various vials, beakers, flasks with liquids and powders. You can see between the glass and the chemicals, there are books stacked up here and there. Yellowed charts on the walls, yellow paper charts are full of complex formulas.
Okay. Well, this is very interesting. I'm going to peruse the books.
Okay, make me a straight intelligence check.
No, I'm not going to say I'm good at these because I'm going to jinx myself. I'm terrible at these.
Yes,
That is a
you are.
6. God freaking damn it. Okay.
Whoever was in here was extremely clever, and obviously has spent years of study on this. And
Yeah, maybe.
at this point, maybe Mortar's gone to sleep for 5 minutes, and Pestil's just there and going, "What?"
I'm pretty sure that's a word.
As he points to the symbol pi. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. It says it's the pie chart, but I don't see any pies. Okay, I will have a look on the table for any alchemical or magical things, and I suppose I won't take up too much more of everyone's time. I'll just kind of have a quick once over for magical stuff, magical items, and
you don't find. You can see again. Your party have probably done a quick bit of that, and you can see where some vials were stored. You can see they've been dislodged and taken away. You can see as well the dolls on the table off to your left on the counter seem to be the rudimentary forms of homunculi that you encountered up in the kitchen. One is barely humanoid, and one looks almost like it's asleep. So it looks like they're in various stages, ready for replacements, perhaps.
Okay.
Or maybe there were other versions that decided not to be used.
Righty. Yeah, I think after kind of going over the basement, I'll head back on up to the guys, but not before heading back to the frog room.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to my little buddy here, and I'm going to extend my hand and see if he will leap onto it.
Make an animal handling check. Because we don't get to do that very often. It's always nice to have those out.
It's a 7.
It starts to hop, but it hops away from you. It tries to go underneath the bookcase.
Okay. I'm not going to push the matter, but
okay.
No, do you know what? I'm just going to try and grab him.
Make a...
Doing silly things now, but anyway.
Sure, it would never possibly go wrong. Just do me a dexterity, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what frog stats are.
That's better. That's a 19.
Yeah, I mean, it gets one of those. It says you disdainfully, and it's turning. You can see it's about to go. So you now have Holt in your possession, a live. Did I say frog, toad, whichever it was?
Okay, into my pocket he goes, and I'll head back on upstairs.
Alrighty.
He'll be my friend whether you like it or not.
I'm just going to grab your token and move you up the stairs at this point, join you with the rest. So as you get to the top of the stairs at this level, as you're heading up the stairs, you've heard the sound of fighting, and as you get to this point, there's that silence of afterwards. And everyone else, you are back. The two animated swords you have fought are both shattered on the floor. And the sound of the stairs of a savage creature coming up turns out to just be your party member. And what would you all like to do?
But it's still a savage creature.
I mean, yes. But it's your savage creature. I mean, own that savage creature.
Right, so I'm assuming the direction Mortar came from is the direction we came from, yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically just come up the stairs. So he's been in that study for a while, reading through some of the books in Fistandia study. You mentioned about the downstairs, and you saw them dart off, obviously excited to see some arcane things at last in this otherwise boringly humanoid mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've turned up just to miss all the excitement with the swords.
I heard a noise upstairs when I came after reading the books downstairs, and wasn't very much helpful information down there, but it appears the noise has subsided slightly.
Yes, you saved the day.
You did not learn much, Mortar, Pestle, but you were spared some grievance.
I made a friend, and you just hear a ribbon from my pocket. I made a friend.
Iron Mind is a little bit disappointed because I remember him actually sort of interacting with the frog, and it didn't run away, but he couldn't get it to come to his hand.
No, he could not.
His heart has sunk a little bit, I think. It wanted to be their friend and not his. Yeah, but
see, this is how we start PvP. We make them fight over a toad.
Yeah. Sorry, before we unmuted, I had to look. There is stats for a frog, which they say you can also use these for a toad. So mechanically,
that's why I'm using it interchangeably. There is some amphibian.
Yeah.
It has 4 legs and croaks.
Yeah.
Translation convention. It's frog or toad, depending on which wiki I'm looking at a given stage.
So yeah, this is just she's just going to step back in so I can see. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, so this was the first room that you looked at upstairs. You know that there is one doorway in the landing just up from that suit of armor, and there is one doorway at the end of this hallway.
Okay. So is it completely dark up here?
You can see what you can see. So if you need someone to...
Yeah, I think I might light up a torch again just to... Yeah, because
okay.
I could see more, and then when he started moving, it went back to...
Yeah, that's fine. I will just have you emitting light for a bit.
The 20 feet. Let me just burn the other torch just in case.
I can't remember how you were getting light before. I think someone had the light spell on them, but I don't recall.
Iron Mind had a torch.
I have dancing lights.
He's lit a torch, so it's up to you. You can still do them as well if you want.
I think as soon as a fight starts, he kind of drops the torch.
I'm going to let you off with that. It lands on the floor and doesn't set fire to things. Anyone in chat? We are approaching a hype train, so if you want to get your bits subs in now, now would be a good time to do it.
Like a fucking ages.
Before we move on, questions. Can I use my healing word to help Bruce Lee?
You can.
I will do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Click on the spell, let it roll.
It is not yet time for your judgment.
Oh my! I just realised his name is Bruce Lee.
Oh my god! Oh, can we call this episode "The Penny Drops"? Oh my god!
The penny
The
dragon
look of
drops.
pride on Christian's face is that someone's noticed.
The penny dragon drops. Was I the only one who
Yeah.
had picked up on it?
Brew, you have 5 points of healing.
Ben,
Ari,
sorry.
knock off the spell slot, please.
Ben, I'll tell you this: you're the only one that picked it up today.
Cool. So as Ari does her magic and you see the wounds on Brew, got to be careful not to call that Brew and not get that wrong. Heal over. What would you like to do?
Next room.
Yeah, I suppose
Yeah, let's.
Iron Mind is gonna he's gonna approach this door.
Okay.
Again, giving a look back at the group, just effectively just waiting for permission to knock or kick it down or inspect it for tripwires. He's not.
Did somebody say tripwires?
Well, this one is wary of traps.
Would you like me to investigate it for you?
Well,
I have
this
an
one
knack for such things, you know.
would rather you not risk your body, but
Very well.
if this is what you would prefer, then please, of course, and he'll.
Just want to say thanks. Welcome to the Raiders.
Hey.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Lazy Egypt.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you. Thank you for the raid.
Welcome to this. We are
Thanks,
going
guys.
through Candlekeep Mysteries, and our party of adventurers are trying to find the way to get out at the minute.
Yeah, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, so naturally you found us agonizing over whether or not to
Doors.
open a
I've
door,
hit them with
how to
doors
open the door.
immediately.
Let's rename it Dungeons and Doors, please.
Yeah, it's just
Still D&D.
doors are the bigger obstacle than dragons for this
Yeah.
game.
I'm happy to go and help him, but what I was going to do when I got a sec was just to say that Richard is he's going to just check down the side of the couch just to see if there are any coins there.
Roll me an investigation check.
This is where Tom tells me the couch is a mimic.
I
There
know how
are
much you
coins,
like
but they
these
are mimics.
chairs.
That's a 19.
Roll me a d12.
D12. That's a 1.
You find one copper piece.
Excellent.
Yes.
Just
I'm one richer than I was earlier on.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Can I'm rather start. I think. Yeah.
Sure.
It's like that game we have to move the blocks. Slide them around.
Yeah.
Thank you to Johnny for the tier 1 sub and putting us onto level 2 of the hype.
Oh
train.
yes, thank
And
you.
he gave
Much
the DM
appreciated.
inspiration with that one.
Oh no.
Aw, thank you.
What's
Much appreciated.
fine?
Tell me who you wish me to kill, and I shall endeavour to get that done for you. I mean, thank you.
Ryan put in a nice little limerick there about the frog as well.
Did he?
Oh, I
There
missed that.
once was a frog and a lizard. The ribbits rang out to the wizard. With a snip and a snap and a clap of his trap, the frog got a better view of his gizzard.
Brian, give yourself inspiration the next time I DM you for that. That's very good.
Yeah. As a side note, I recently discovered King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which is a great name for a band.
Okay, yeah. So
Mark, you
sorry,
just
where's
got
the
a
door?
bless.
Is the door here?
Yes.
Far right, yeah.
What are you doing with this door?
Yes. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So he'll go up and he'll excuse me, sorry, sir. Sir Richard is quite slight, so he's happy. I suppose I'll investigate it. And takes out his tools and sort of blows some dust into the crack of the door to see if you can see any wires or things and stuff like that. And so
Roll your investigation.
it's coming at you, sir. It's a 13.
You're pretty confident there are no traps on this door and it is not locked.
Very well. You see, it's pretty simple. You see what I did there, and
Mm.
secure my work and my knowledge.
He'll just swing it wide open.
Why did that not? You meant to delete when I pressed delete. Nope. Oh, good lord.
Turns out the door was actually locked.
The door was locked after all. The
And even
DM,
the DM can't open it.
It was
Iron-minded-
selected as well. It's a more annoying thing. It was there, and then it's gone. No, we shan't do that now.
Iron
Or
Mind is
wasn't
going to
really there at all.
respectfully suggest that he
There we go.
stand at the front and enter first. As
So the first thing you
field.
see, there is
Oh.
a foul creature of witchcraft and evilness, also known as a cat, asleep on the couch
Oh
immediately
my.
in front of you.
don't-
Otherwise, apart from that fiend of the hells, this appears to be an open and airy bedroom. A canopied bed with rich scarlet curtains occupies one corner. A jug and wash basin stand on top of a chest of drawers in the next to that. One wall is covered with a large painting of a gold dragon perched heroically on a mountain top.
Be careful, friends. This one's masters at the monastery told them that people often let their guard down in the bedroom, and it is where a bodyguard should be most vigilant.
I
I
see.
wondered where you were going with that then.
There's a lot to unpack there, I think.
Mm.
Anyway, I
So this one is
abhor
not
these
to go in
creatures.
unless called.
Somebody go first. I hate these creatures.
Ow.
As the cat stretches as
No.
you walk in.
That's moving
Oh, I do not walk in.
back.
I-
Who
I'll
does
go.
not
I'll
like
go
cats?
in.
I'll
Back,
go
foul
first.
beast.
Cats are tasty.
Yeah. Keep water back and pestle. Pestle back.
Whoever's first in, the cat approaches you to see if you want to give it scritches.
Iron Mind is wary, but
Scritches
he
or
is-
stitches?
he is hoping that this will go better than his dealings with the frog, and he's wounded, and he's looking for a sort of a pet
Okay.
rebound. You know.
Go for it.
And from behind you, you just hear ribbit.
That is a nine.
Apparently, you're just a little bit too hasty and clumsy in your actions.
Mm,
And the cat
too
does that
keen.
stretch. You know, I don't like this.
yeah, it's far too
Uh,
needy.
What you
Yeah,
guys scratch his
And
eyes
it
out.
does that wandering off and goes off, goes to stand on the bed and just regards you all.
Oh no! I started walking that way. I look even more desperate now. So I started following it immediately. He's gonna stand, I suppose, here by is that a window?
Yeah, so what you can see out there is there's a little kind of small balcony area, and above is that roiling magenta
Purple
sky.
leaves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Where was the painting thing of the dragon?
So you are right on top of it. It is this line
Ah.
here.
Cool.
Mm.
Yeah, just because I would know that it's the wall between the room where we were and where we are now.
Yeah,
But, just kind of trying to see if if it's sticking out a little bit from the wall. If you can, like a kid trying to peek through a.
I will save you
through
that
the
you do
door.
not find anything that would suggest there's any sort of secret attached to this painting.
Mhm.
Worth a shot.
Under the bed. Is there anything under there?
For where you are, Pestle, you see a book on that dresser near you,
Ooh, I will pick it up.
Doesn't
and
There are letters on
on
the
the cover is on the spine of the cover is the letter T.
Yay.
Excellent. Who's been collecting the books thus far? Or was it me?
Probably Mortar. I
Cool.
would assume. I think so. We have what T,
I-
Y, S, A, and R.
ARSYT, yeah.
Say that again. We have S.
ARSYT.
We have
A
artsy.
R S. Right.
We do.
Arsent.
Yeah. Is there a wizard named Neil Buchanan?
It could not be Arsent. Okay.
I'm Artsy Ziff. I'll relay to everyone. I found another one of these books. Believe it does not form a very tangible. Let me just make it much sense. But I believe we're still missing one or two.
7 times 9.
2, right?
2
Yeah, there were 7 slots in the
Yeah.
thing downstairs. Ooh, that's
Tom,
odd.
is
Hello.
that just a table or is it a desk does it have drawers?
Sorry, click on where you're looking at.
Sorry, the table where the book.
Oh, it is a dresser. There are drawers.
Mm-hmm. Could you have a peek inside and try and look for if there might be some,
So
if
as you
he's looking
pull
for
the top drawer back.
hidden compartments or anything.
Yep. So the top drawer contains elegant, well-made robes. Lower drawers hold more tunics. Bottom drawer holds women's smalls. Do an investigation check if you're looking for secret compartments.
Good as a +5 if you roll a 2. He is, I think, put off by the.
It is a dresser.
And
it does not seem to be a threat to any of the party, and thus you lose interest quickly.
I'm happy to give the once over if you wish. I don't mind.
Of course. Of course.
Richard will give it a go.
Whatever I find, I will give to you.
It's fine. I don't want anything from the drawers.
Drew Kane says dresser explodes.
I'm just waiting for the rogue, and now it's a mimic and does no.
Yeah, this is Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sort of Schrodinger's
to
mimic.
you.
It is
Yeah, it's
not a
it's
not a
wherever the
mimic
DM
and a
wants it to
mimic,
be.
depending on
Schrodinger's mimic.
who's
Someone
approaching it.
stat block that quick.
Yeah.
No, you are confident there are no hidden compartments. This is just a regular dresser.
Can I sleight of hand that copper piece I found and give it to Iron Man?
Look what I found.
Sure. Roll me a sleight of hand. It's whatever your passive is. Higher mind.
That is a 19.
He found a copper piece in the dresser.
That's for you, my friend.
Oh, it failed. Oh,
Don't spend it all in the one tavern.
is it pulled from behind his ear?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You're sure you can hear the feline equivalent of the snigger.
I need to
Iron
find a
Man
purple gem and do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, he feels as got your gem. He feels as though he's been given a sock.
Yeah.
He because the Iron Mines are not paid; that their trainers are paid. So he is, gets the copper piece, and he looks genuinely very grateful and sort of astonished, and he sort of
basically, so
cross
what you're getting
bows.
is a cheap night out.
Cheap night.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, just a simple gesture. Now you've made it incredibly awkward, but all right.
This apologies, deepest apologies. He starts bowing even lower, and then he
and you're watching the glaive whistling past your face, bowing low each time. Come on.
Yeah.
What is next then, my party?
He's actually going to step out of the room and just wait, keep watch for the others.
Probably on the way to the next room.
Yep, which is back in the landing over here.
I'll be last out of the room. I'll lock this dreadful creature in when we go.
Will you now? Make me a sleight of hand check to see if you make it in time.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's coming out with you.
Oh, shit. Okay, so you get to there. Can I argue for Thieves' Tools because I have +7 in that instead of +5?
As it rolled a 3, you're going to manage it, whatever. It obviously got distracted by something or other.
Unless it was that one.
I was just going to say, watch him roll in that one now.
Yeah.
Yep. You have locked that foul beast. You have bested, using a door no less. This fiend from hell.
He'll whisper
you hear the scratching, and from underneath, that paw sticks out, desperately trying to reach.
Whispers through the keyhole.
Sir Richard wins his battle. You foul wretch.
No.
Doors are both offensive and defensive.
Yeah.
You just hear the scratching. You depart. Iron Mind, you head back into the landing.
Yeah, he's gonna inspect the door before attempting to open it.
Cool.
Okay.
Which room will you be outside? This one.
The one by the the suit of armor.
Cool. This is seems to be another regular sized door. Doesn't seem to be locked. Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Okay. He is going to open it.
This one worked. So inside is another laboratory. Most of it's taken up by long wooden tables covered with glass vessels and books. Cabinets with glass doors line the walls, and they contain all manner of specimens. Just below the ceiling in the middle of the room, colourful globes circle each other in an intricate dance. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky, with a sunburst in the centre above a closed door.
An actual like a closed door on the far side, or it's in
Yeah, so no, there is an actual door here.
Mhm.
Above it is the sun, and that whole wall is the stars. Most of you have probably seen enough to recognise these are constellations of Faerun and the Sword Coast. So, Richard, what are you doing in that corner? Is that just you hiding, or is that?
No, he's interested in that suit of armor. He will walk up
Okay.
and as if you knock a door, he'll just go,
Hello. No. The suit of armor to your eye seems mostly ceremonial. It's currently got a long sword that's holding point down.
Very well, I thought this place is magic.
walk off. Kind
Tempted though I am to make it
disappointed.
animated armor. It is not animated armor at this point. 2 levels more, yes, it would be. Alrighty, who is doing what in this room?
I want to check what's on the table.
Check the
Uh,
shelves
guarding
as
the-
well.
guarding the closed door for the time being, just in case
Yeah,
something were to
checks.
burst in
Is
on
that a
us.
bookcase behind there?
yes, it is. So the cabinets, you can say I'm not making on roll for these sorts of bits. You can find skulls, bones, animals, rocks, minerals, dried plants, more jars with small creatures floating in it, measuring devices, glassware, scientific apparatus, natural sciences, books on natural sciences, astronomy, astrology, physiology, and natural philosophy. Again, there is more mathematical formula and complex charts. In that bookshelf you mentioned is one of the old puzzle books. This has the letter E on the side.
Here's we found another book. We have now E.
Consonant, please.
Yeah.
But you do not find of
Ah.
anything of more interest, you suspect, unless you had a particular interest in the natural sciences.
No, not really.
Drew Kane says the suit of armor is full of cats.
All these wonderful ideas for future adventures. I love it. Particularly when that cat comes back to have its revenge.
Oh God. If anyone needs help with an investigation check, Sir Richard will offer the help action.
Okay. Does anyone require assistance with an investigation check?
Gonna
Is
suss
anyone,
out
I
the
do it.
constellations on the wall. That was
yeah, I
about
feel
it.
like Mortar and Pestle would. Yeah, I mean, if I was getting metagamey, like Iron Mind is pretty good, but I'm not sure. He's only really thinking to investigate much if it seems like something that would be a threat. You know, I don't think
Okay.
he would take his own time to like start going through book. You know,
Yeah,
he would, wants to be
yeah.
available.
But so Mortar is wanting to look at the wall.
Yeah,
What's
like
that?
he's not like scrutinizing. He's just kind of just standing at just outside or inside the door to this thing, hands in the pockets, and he's gonna pet the head of the frog in one of the pockets, and he's just like looking at the wall, just kind of
Okay.
looking at the constellations.
Are you actually doing any investigating, or are you just looking
Yeah,
at
like
it? and trying-
he's looking at it to see what they actually kind of if they mean anything or have any kind of correlation to what this
do me
means.
either a
or-
perception check or a straight intelligence check.
I'll do this. Yeah, straight intelligence. Why not?
Okay.
That is a 21.
Ooh.
Redeeming myself.
Yeah, so you've had enough time to actually, you've kind of dabbled in this side of things just because it's where it's kind of gone alongside other research of yours. You will pick out that on this wall, with a 21, you will pick out there are 8 stars not in the place they should be. And with that intelligence check, you will find out they form maybe their own star.
I will kind of just make that known to everyone. I'll kind of talk towards Iron Mind and say, those stars around you, they're not in the correct place. Those 8 ones, and he'll point at the exact ones. Those 8 in particular, they're in the wrong place. They seem to form a constellation of their own.
That's startling.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm used to looking at the night sky. Yes, you're right. Fascinating. Says, what could it mean?
Well, and he'll just kind of like excuse himself past Frony. I couldn't think of your name for a second, sorry. And he'll just kind of point and say, "Can they be removed from the wall and rearranged?"
No, this whole thing has been painted onto the wall.
Oh, painted. Okay. Well, then I don't believe I know.
Is there chalk visible, Tom, anywhere, or any writing implement, or like a?
I'm sure you can find. Yeah, I'm sure you can be able to
pen
find
or
chalk in
or
here.
what
Yeah,
a-
they talk.
oil pastel
There's
or
a blackboard. There'll be chalk. Yeah, go for it. You can find some chalk.
Okay, how high up on the wall? I mean, presumably it's above this door.
You'll see it's now it's pointed out to you. You can see there are 4 on either side of the door.
Mm-hmm. So, with the assistance of either a chair or dragging a table or something, Iron Man. I mean, he's tall, but he's not, maybe tall enough to.
I mean, this is a regular sized room, so it's not much taller. Yeah, you can just stand on a chair to get to that point. Okay.
At Mortar's instruction of whichever the 8 stars out of order, just connect the dots. So to get a bit of a better idea of what might.
Okay, so do me a dexterity check. Add in whatever Mortar's intelligence modifier is.
Okay, so
+4.
A dex check.
Just
right?
a straight
So
dex
this
check.
is gonna be.
I
You
could
got
make it performance.
+4.
That feels a bit.
Okay, so I got -1 dex and plus, so it's gonna be just +3. So I'll just.
Yep, that's fine. You can do a d20 plus 3 if you want.
D20 plus 3. Oh, thank God.
Very nice.
Pretty good. Nice. The symbol that comes out doesn't necessarily mean a lot to you, but to Pestle, this is the symbol for Mystra, the goddess of magic. This is her 8-pointed star.
Well, it seems this has a more religious meaning behind this room. This is depicts the holy symbol of Mystra. What this means for the room, I do not know.
Mystra might be one, now you see it, that all of you'd recognize. Mystra is known to was one of the dead gods. When she was killed, the spell plague happened for a better part of a century, and she is known to have returned within the last decade or so, at which point all traces of the spell plague have no longer afflict these lands. So it is a god. You may not know much about the goddess, you may not recognize the symbol, but it is actually a goddess you will have all heard of.
Well, maybe it does not pertain to anything in this room, but maybe the next room.
Yeah,
you stand before. It may have something to do with the goddess.
Good to know.
The spell plague. Some of the commoners back in my kingdom had that as well. Couldn't sling a word together at all.
Yes, but seeing as it is above the threshold of this door, perhaps very useful information as we make our way in.
Are you opening the next door then?
think so. He's gonna give another investigation check, particularly for this one, because if there's this outside.
You're all paranoid of doors. I don't understand why.
This one does have a strange constellation surrounding it, so you know I might be somewhat warranted with this one.
I'll help you.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
Drew Kane's comment of one does not simply explain things to mortar.
Okay.
An
Thank you for the
18.
advantage, because
So again, does not appear to be locked, does not appear to be trapped.
okay.
You do remember this is someone's abode when they live here, so it's not likely there'd be too many traps around. But
I trust in your skills.
okay,
But that someone is a wizard, so
by Jove, you're right. Yes. Don't worry, no more doors are trapped.
Push the yeah,
sure.
just the ceilings
Totally
and
believe you.
yeah.
Oh,
The door is
The
deception
handles
check.
are trapped. The door
Exactly,
frames.
that's where I was going.
The
Yeah,
skirting
it's
board.
Pesky hinges.
There's everything else. The door itself, will be fine. There's all sorts of other bits you can do with her.
He's
Is he opening the door? Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, so the door opens into a rather odd space. Opens into a dark, open area, offering a view of the firmament of the night sky. It appears to be you're almost on a grassy knoll on a moonless night.
Oh god.
You see in the center, there is in the middle of the space, a 1 foot diameter sphere of very clear crystal sits in a circular brass stand, and surrounding it on the sides and away from you, you see 5 circular objects mounted on bronze plates that seem like they can move around. It's reminiscent of telescopes, to give you an idea of what the shape and size. And then
It looks like it can be manipulated in
yep.
some fashion.
Sorry, Tom, what did you say was in the center here?
It is a 1 diameter sphere of a clear crystal in a circular brass stand. And when you walk in, it feels like you're walking on grass.
Does this kind of almost kind of like something like an astrolabe or kind of, or did
It's larger than an astrolabe, so it's definitely much more along the lines of a telescope.
Yeah.
And as you're all in now and your eyes start adjusting, you can see that the stars above are coming down with a fairly fierce light, much stronger than you expect. So it's definitely much more towards a moonless night.
If he turns it at all, would the light, would it ever catch one of these little?
The telescope you're on top of. Yes. Where are you pointing it towards?
I mean, obviously we're trying to
pick a direction.
Okay, what? Okay, I think
let's just take on the cardinal points, shall we?
I feel like Ironmind is going to sort of, if they discussed that we need to manipulate this, he'll offer himself up as the hands, and if Mortar wants to be the brains, just in case this thing blows up or whoever's holding it. If we get a wrong move, if it shocks you or something.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Might I suggest something?
Yes.
Well, do any of you know where in the night sky that wrong constellation should be, or does it look like anything similar? Could you, if you were to aim the telescope device at where that would be,
do we know where?
Would that help?
I mean, do we know where on the map of the stars was it located? Kind of in the top right hand corner, true north, or was it spread out all over?
So where they are at the minute, and see Richard sort of going back to and fro, you can see they are fairly evenly spread, sort of centers and corners.
Looking at crystal in the center, like just visually, are the stars being like projected? Like, is this the source of like the light? Is it projecting the stars onto the ceiling, or
It is not. No.
Oh, so sorry. Does it vary? So does it kind of literally look like what I might have misinterpreted? It kind of literally looks like what we would know as a telescope.
Yes.
Okay. That was my I was confused.
Yeah.
I was
No,
I
it's
misheard.
as
I
far
thought
as
I was like catching.
I mean,
just some sort of telescope.
Mortar, if you want to do an Arcana check for me.
sure?
Do we point it to like each of the 8 stars in turn, or do we?
That was
So you're not entirely certain, but illusion magic might be able to do something like this.
okay.
Rage Rhino says this is when the game moves into Waystar from Candlekeep.
Yeah.
So we tend to just
And,
have a spell jam and shit just comes down, beams you up, and we're off and go. Here we are.
Can I mind look, just not touch it, but look through where it's pointed right now?
Yeah. The one you're at in the middle appears to be a hollow tube.
Make a suggestion. Perhaps maybe we point them to the crystal. Maybe it acts as a source for something to
I'd like.
channel through
Yeah.
the instruments here. I'm happy to move one of these contraptions myself.
Yeah,
and
me too.
try.
I'll do the same.
Yeah. So if we, as Mortar suggests, I mind to point it towards the
Okay. So the one you move and you point towards the sphere, and nothing seems to happen. So you notice that when it's positioned at where that sphere is, it's going directly facing into the wall across from the doorway where you entered.
Not like a
Are you doing sorry, what are you doing something to other ones? Or are you doing something just to that one?
I was moving the one I'm on top of as well.
Okay. But you're pointing out towards the crystal in the center. What? Looking at it closely, you recognize that the ones on the sides, they can lift up somewhat. There is a height aspect to them.
Ooh. It seems there's going to be another dimension added to our confusion. Okay. So I will play with that a little bit and track it up and down.
Roll me just a D20.
A D20. That is that's good, right?
That's wonderful.
Oh, good.
You're too busy kind of work out what's going on. As you lift it up, you catch one of the stars from above, and you are momentarily blinded. As the light from the stars goes straight through that tube.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're just gonna blink. Just
yeah. You have this. There's this wonderful purple spot now following you around everywhere.
There's a squiggly line in the edge. Everyone sees that. Following me.
But you all saw that the telescope moved. I mean, all the rest of you would have seen that there was a brief beam of light. What are your passives? Brew, yours is high enough to notice that the other side from that beam seems to linger in the light. It seems to linger in the air for a moment after this apparatus has been moved away.
Okay.
You see that this holds and then it fades once Mortar's moved that apparatus somewhere else.
Okay. I'll definitely relay that to the rest of the team.
Okay.
Because I have no idea.
So maybe if we, get some more of them to also, kind of focus a beam or something. Maybe they'll intersect at a point or.
Oh my god, do the ones at the 4 corners line up in the middle or something over the crystal?
So Mortar did that one in the corner.
I feel like
move up to that corner. Can I do the same one?
Okay.
Same, try and focus it somehow.
If they move and point it over the crystal somehow, would that create anything or cause us all to die?
You're welcome. What are you wanting to try?
I want to get all 4 corners
Okay.
pointing like directly over on top of the crystal, maybe.
Okay.
See if that generates any.
Roll me a d20
Oh,
as you start to woman handle the
I'm going to
apparatus.
I'm going to be no help because I didn't even notice that we could actually see them on the map. The other ones, I just saw the thing in the
Wait,
middle.
it's again. How do I do this again? Sorry.
/R space 1d20.
Ah,
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, so you're knowing not to stick your eyeballs in front of these things as you lift it up. You get this one into the right place, and you realize you get it lined up with one, and the beam catches and holds, and it's not doing quite what you want it to do. And as you move it, you see the other light is still holding its position, and you move it up to a second one, one of the other stars, and now you have a 3D pattern is beginning to form.
Okay, so we'll just have to move it to move and to try and catch the 8 stars that make up the 8-pointed star from Stara.
Yeah, it seems that
So-
way. I mean, I'll start working on my one.
Okay, D20, please.
Mhm.
D20 for anyone else who's trying that.
okay.
So will it help? So this kind of hollow tube. I mean, can I look through with the telescope in the middle? Can I look at the stars without being kind of blinded, looking directly at them with the telescope? No.
You get the impression if you stick your eyes in the way, the same thing's going to happen to you as happens to
I
happens to
wasn't sure if-
Fronny
Your
at this
eyes in
point.
it.
As they the short aspect means that first one you get your head in between the apparatus and the crystal spheres. Ow, ow, ow. But yeah, our is for 20. Nice. You're
More
starting
time.
to particularly Pestle. Now your vision's coming back. And Arrow, you're starting to recognize the symbol that's
Wow.
being formed as a
I got
3D
it.
representation of something you've seen very recently.
Mortar, I think the squiggly lines are multiplying.
God, what have I
They're
seen?
breeding.
Some kind of sigil or
And I'm going to say that, yeah, the two that Auri have done are still holding their place. There are now these 4 lines going
Mhm.
down into the sphere.
So I can see there's 5 total. So there's this one, and is there one on where Fronny is, and where Ori is, and where Mortar is?
I can say if you want that Auri's done the 2 on the lower half.
Okay,
I can do the next
I
one.
say, can I help?
I can try and move on as well. Yeah,
Yes, let's all
Yep.
try.
2 more
Doing
D20s.
squiggly lines.
I'm gonna blind myself
Yeah.
again.
Let's go.
Oh, 15 isn't bad.
15 as well.
Hey,
14.
And just to check, I mind, had you moved once you light that one in the center? You hadn't moved it since, had you?
No,
You'd
but
left
does
that
that?
point.
Yeah.
That's fine because you've already pre-done that one. So as the other ones come in, you realize what these are forming is a 3D version of Mistress Star forming down with all 8 lines going into that sphere. A night beam heads out through that telescope into the wall, and you watch as a doorway appears.
thank God someone moved out of the way. Disintegration spell.
I am.
That was my next option.
Well, we did a thing.
More doors.
So that was whose plan was that? That was Ori's plan, right? That at this, whoever discovered that. Well, Martyr's.
Ori.
My brain
Very,
works
very-
for a change.
Very well done. It's quite the spectacle.
There is now another
Don't
door.
thank me just yet. We still have
Is
stuff
this
to see what's behind
yeah?
this door.
Is it the far left or is it the?
There is a door in the center going in. Yes, on that far left of that wall. So in line with the.
And sorry, did you say that it was it's just been revealed?
It has, yes.
Okay, I suppose I whip out the tools and I'll investigate it again.
I will save you the roll on this one.
Thank you.
It is not locked. It is not trapped.
Drew Kane says one does not simply walk into more doors.
Oh,
Wow.
Not when Sir
Only I-
Richard is around.
if only I could give that person a bless in real life.
I work with him, so I'll pass it on.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I will. He will listen at the door if that's all right.
Okay, make a perception check. You listen for a minute, and you're trying to listen past Pestle, who keeps muttering to themselves, and there's random ribbits coming from their pocket here and there. You do not hear anything beyond that is moving within that room.
So Richard, what do your human ears hear?
I'm sorry, what?
What do your human ears hear?
Oh, I see. Nothing, I'm afraid.
Good.
But I'll tell you what, I was going to creep in, but the laughter and the general ribaldry here has probably given the game away, so I'll whip the door open.
Okay,
Well,
you whip the door open.
Martyr was just about to say it was hidden behind a false wall. It was either trying to keep somebody out or keep something in, but you already found the door open.
So the room is bare,
Oh,
except
that's
for a
broken.
bookshelf covered in chains against one wall, a plain wooden bench, and a reading desk built into the shelves. A book with the bust of a mage on its cover sits on the desk. I might have a handout to actually show you what this looks like.
Is it the book chained or
This is why I'm trying to find
Oh, I
the
see.
handout.
That could be live furniture too. Be careful.
I generally seem to find if a book is bound in chains, it is not one. It's not one
Same.
book.
I find the same with
Pretty much.
pencils.
Yeah.
Not a nice
Considering-
place to be.
Ooh, that looks ominous.
Oh God.
Very
There's
well.
actually less
just-
cobwebs than you'll see in that thing. But yes, you get an idea of it's one of these. The books are not to. You can take a book down to open it, but it's not to take a book away.
Who is that fraud on the cover of the book there?
Who is that?
The
He's a
man that's
mighty,
me and Sir
magnificent
Richard.
man. No fraud.
Sir Richard and I have vowed to kill, slay, bring to justice.
Good luck with that.
Is that
Yeah.
fellow? That
That-
Morden Canaan fellow?
It's that charlatan.
This is the very one, yes.
Vow to take
villain.
his eyebrows.
Martin Kinan's magnificent eyebrows.
Yes.
Cast Mordenkainen's magnificent manicure.
The whole new set of spells you didn't know they'd made.
Yeah.
Yes. He seems to be everywhere, doesn't he?
The book on the he's not touching it, but is it so? Is it? It's open, closed. Does it look like the joys of extra dimensional spaces? Like the one that we
No,
can
it
trap in?
doesn't actually. It looks like the books you've been trying to collect.
Okay. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't look
Does
like
it have
the
the
one
letter
in
on
the
it?
handout.
Can we see? Can I check?
Are you going up for a closer look?
I'll look, but I won't touch.
Okay.
I've learned my lesson.
Careful.
Yeah.
This.
As you lean in to look at this, there's a rustle in this, and then suddenly one of the books shoots out towards you. On the end of its chain. But
Can I lean back and caught by the chain?
Duke.
My duck.
Does an 11 hit? Does.
No.
Lovely. So yes, you're there, and suddenly this book whips out like a flail, and you're so cautious it stays out the way. Then you realize the whole thing is moving, and I should like you all to make an initiative roll, please.
I knew the thing was to keep the thing inside the room, not to keep people out of the room.
Yeah, but that thing looks too big to come out of the room.
Yeah, they didn't need to do that whole thing.
You want to bet this can't get out? Sure, I'll take that bet.
Challenge
Hey,
accepted.
wishful thinking, okay?
Oh, the nat 20 on the initiative. What a waste. And -1.
I was just going to say, wow.
Yeah.
Initiative roll. A natural 19.08.
Oh well. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need. Who's not on? Harry, you had not picked your token, I think.
Oh,
I hate that.
Alright.
I seem to do it every time.
I know, I do it.
Turn added, and you rolled a. What did you roll? Oh, no, you can.
Nice.
0.10 higher than me, I think, on her.
What did you roll before? Actually, you were on 19 before. So
Okay, I don't need to go first. It's
I've
fine.
got -1 dex.
I can't do much with
descending. If you're sure you want to hold that position, the Iron Mind will go first, which is appropriate for the two of you in there. As you suddenly see all the books starting to rustle, this thing kind of wheels, and you can see now at least one of these books is floating on the end of its chain.
Okay, well, do I? Oh no, I don't have it. Yeah, the Iron Mind, I think, seeing the thing attack Ori, and is just gonna fly straight into action and start preparing for a bonfire. So he's starting to hack at this thing.
Roll an
where's my
attack.
halberd gone? Where is it? Oh, sorry. Fucking hell.
The fact it's moving means you're just
Trying to swing this halberd in.
you're taking a little bit off guard, so you're unable to affect this thing. Anything else?
Yeah. No, I don't have action surge yet, so I think that's going to be it.
Okay. We will move on to Ari. This thing seems to be looming a lot now.
It's the only thing I can think of. I'm really close to it now, am I?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll take the little daggers that she has. I just start trying to rip it apart.
Okay. Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Oh,
18 will hit. So click on dagger to roll for your damage, please.
dagger again, sorry.
That's all right. If you just click on dagger in chat rather than on your character sheet, it'll auto roll the damage.
Oh, sorry, I clicked that twice.
That's fine. So we'll take the 8 as you grind down it. You notice it doesn't seem to do the damage you'd expect from your dagger. But it definitely takes some damage from that. Did you want to do an offhand attack with a second dagger? Or did you want to do something else with your bonus action?
No, I want to keep using the dagger. I'm gonna try.
Okay, I'll take that 25, and you won't get your mod on the second one, so you'll only do 1 point of damage to it from your second hit. Any movement, or you can stay there?
I move away. That's a bad thing, isn't it?
It's entirely up to you.
I think I'm gonna try to squeeze out the door.
Okay, sure. Move yourself to where you would like to go.
Take step backs around there.
Lovely. And as you disappear around that doorway, that book whistles out towards you again for a 23, attempting to hit you.
23 would hit.
And that will do you 8 bludgeoning. And can you roll me as it whips around your arm? In fact, roll me a d4. Let's see what it rips around. It rips around your head, if I remember correctly, on the chart. Where's our house rules?
Pretty sure one is head, yeah.
Oh yeah. So you are now in the doorway with one of these books wrapped around you. So you will need to you will count as grappled. Your speed is 0. I'm going to say you only get to there then. Otherwise we're going to have an issue to Sir Richard where he is. And that'll be your turn.
Okay.
Do remember you've taken 8 bludgeoning damage.
Do I-
Mortar.
Okay, I'm going to zoop over here.
Yep.
Do I have a clear shot at this thing with a spell?
Because they are now grappled, I'm going to say that Auri is somewhat blocking your shot at this.
Okay. In that case, without not wanting to hit Ori, I'm going to use my inspiration to give myself advantage. As I am going to send something your way that I have learned at the School of Quandrix. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. For a 25 to hit.
25 would have been what? Yes, better than that. Not overall, which wouldn't have done as well. Yep, the guiding bolt will hit.
Excellent. He is going to take, or it is going to take 9
What does
points.
your guiding bolt look like?
It's for now. It's just a white flame that just a white flame catches in hand, turns into a spear, and it just goes phew, straight towards it, right over Ari's shoulder into the bookcase. It's going to take 9 points of radiant damage.
It takes the 9 points damage you expect, and you see it is now glittering and sparkling.
Yes. It's going to give one of our friends advantage.
Yes. Next attack roll against it will have advantage. Lovely. Anything else? I think that's it for you, isn't it?
That's all I'm going to do.
All right. Fronny.
Alrighty, so gonna follow Mortar's lead there. Just getting a bit more away from this thing. And what the hell? Let's go for a... Yeah, we'll just go for a Ralph Frost.
Okie dokie. Again, Hour is slightly in the way a little, but you do have advantage on this hit.
Yeah.
Crit fish.
Bring it down.
So 18.
18 absolutely hits.
For 7 gold.
7 cold does not have anything against that. Okay. It takes the damage as expected, and you see all the glittery sparks condense down. There's this kind of explosion of ice up one side. 7. Definitely now a bit of a wood splintering. You can see one of the support structures is a little bit askew.
And minus 10 feet to its movement, not that it changes anything right now.
I'm so tempted just to make it follow out just to prove it can.
But
cool.
that will be it.
Alrighty. Brew.
Yeah. Seeing Ori grappled, I'm gonna move closer, mortified that my whole life I was lied to, because people told me that reading is good for you. And I will hit him with my short sword.
Go for it.
17.
17 hits. Yep.
And then I'll take a bonus unarmed attack.
Okay. Yeah, you notice the short sword doesn't do the damage you expect it to have done.
Okay.
Uh, 13 does not hit.
Cool.
Or rather, you hit it and go, yep, that's definitely wood. Ow!
And then I'll attempt to move away a bit. Just there.
Okay. It has already used its opportunity attack, so it cannot do anything to you. Anything else, Brew? I think that's you,
That's
isn't it?
me. Yep.
Cool. Sir Richard.
Sir Richard will move in to just here, and he will whip out his rapier and his dagger, and he say, "I say, keep your grubby pages off, my friend." And he will take a swipe with his rapier.
Go for it.
That is a 9. I'm going to use my inspiration, if that's all right.
Go for it.
Because I have to do it before you say it hits or not, don't I? Yeah, there we go.
You can use your inspiration.
Yeah, 11.
You're not inspired enough. Maybe you're just too busy trying not to hit Ari. Your shot goes wide.
I'll use my bonus action then to attack with the dagger.
Okie dokie.
With dual wielder feat. It's 18 for 10 points of damage if I get sneak.
You would, because there are people in close things. Yeah, that's a good hit as you scrape down one, shatter some of the glass, rip through some of the pages. Again, you notice you haven't done quite the damage you expect. It appears that without some magic, it is somewhat resistant to the standard weapon damage types. But it is definitely looking somewhat worse than it was when we started this.
Okay, well I'll move to there.
Okie dokie. Animation library. You see more of the books now float out, and it will use its multi-attack feature. And we will do one attack against Auri because you're there, one attack against Iron Mind because you're nearest. So against Iron Mind first. That is a 7 to hit, which is not going anywhere. And against Auri, as another book whips around, that is a 12. I don't think it's going to get you.
No, 12 doesn't.
So just in that sheer struggle, it can't swing, tries to get around you, it bounces back off the wall. Iron Mind, you've got your halberd up enough to parry this thing away. So you can see these more books starting to rise up and coming through. At the top of the round, we're back with you, Iron Mind.
Seeing Ori and Sir Richard attack it with weapons, did it look outwardly like any indication that it was shrugging off more of the damage than?
I mean, it was taking damage. It's not taking the damage you'd expected from the blows. You've seen them fight a couple of things. So you'd expected those weapons to have done more damage, but it definitely was taking damage.
Okay. Just for then, would it just obviously you're ruining? Would it be possible for Iron Mind? So if Auri is moved, like is moved away from the grapple, it breaks. So if Iron Mind literally shouldered and shoved Ori out of the way, would it potentially break the grapple?
I will let you do that as a contested grapple to try to push her back into the thing.
Yeah, so he's targeted. You're basically just trying to shove out.
Yeah,
Ori
so you're not helping her. You're attempting to actually break the grapple yourself, aren't you?
Get her out of the.
Yes.
Get
If
her
you
out
can
of the
do
room. Shove her
athletics
5
for me,
feet that way. Yep. Come on.
and it will attempt to hold on.
Oh, fucking hell.
No.
No, you do it.
Okay. So I suppose 5 feet.
Yeah.
Push
So
her 5
Auri
feet out of
ends
the
up
room.
stumbling into there, catching onto that tube. But the
Okay.
your head is freed. You can speak again.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
would say to back off. Even he's thinking of getting back out and with his halberd getting 10 feet out of the room, or 5 feet out of the room. But that was his action, so
That was the
that's-
action. Yeah,
that's
nice.
him.
Cool. We will move on to Ari.
Honestly, I'm
you
not
can breathe.
quite
This
sure
is
what to
good.
think.
You can speak.
Oh my god! We
You
can't
can do
defeat
spells
this.
with a somatic component that you couldn't a moment before.
We need to get him out of there immediately somehow. I can give Bardic Inspiration
Thing. Just
to.
save thyselves. So,
But the door closes and there's just sounds of a fight. Iron
he's
Mind.
gonna be. Yeah, he's saying, "I'll, this one's behind you. Will attack from outside. Magic."
Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass on Bardic Inspiration and run away. out of-
Okay, are you taking a disengage action to do so?
Yes.
Okay, yep, you can disengage away, use your bonus action to inspire whomever you wish, and move yourself to wherever you'd like to go.
Pestle and Mortar's next, so I'll give Bardic Inspiration to them, and I'm moving into the corner.
So one of the books does try to whip out towards you, how to grab, but you're moving too quickly to get out. You slip
Oh,
out of it.
Gasping prayer.
Quick question, Tom. As I remember, because
Mhm.
if things are, taking the attack of opportunity when it leaves its reach, does it look like it reaches 10 feet out with the chains? Does it have, what is it, 5 foot
It
reach?
looks like it only goes of a 5-foot reach. It's
Okay.
they changed the design that you could take a book off the shelf, put it on,
So they're
but
not,
go no
yeah.
further. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
it doesn't seem to have a long reach. But your halberd, for instance, would have a longer reach.
Yeah, that's what he's wondering. Is there any point in him? Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, Mark.
All right.
And Mortar and Pestle, what would you like to do?
Oh, I think a firebolt is in order.
Against all that knowledge, all those books.
It it goes against everything Mortar believes in. But Pestle, on the other hand, pretty fire.
Run in, bite it.
But
Hungry jaws. Aga, aga.
that is still within the realms of possibility, my friend.
Like a dog, the
Throw
chewing
the
up
frog
the
at it.
skirting board, the
Frog.
bottom of the door, just
Frog in the books.
I have,
Firebolt.
Mortar's always wanted to sink his teeth into some good books,
Estel's never quite understood that saying, but
Yes, he takes it very literally. I'm going to straight up apply my bardic inspiration to this.
Okay.
I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. So that's a D4, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
6, I think.
Oh, 6. Ooh.
Okay,
6.
double.
Yeah, so 6 at this level. It starts at D6.
23 to hit.
23 absolutely hits.
Okay, here we go. Firebolt. For 6 points of fire damage.
6 points of fire damage. You are rather disappointed to find out it doesn't appear to have any vulnerabilities to fire, but there is definitely you leave a scorch mark across it. Another one of the support struts is suddenly weakened. There's a treatise on alchemic properties that's burning merrily away in the middle of the shelf. Nice. Definitely looking like it's about to fall apart now.
Yeah, good, because Pestle is going to kick in and he's going to run at this thing and straight up Hungry Jaws this thing as a bonus action.
God damn it. Okay, sure.
So yeah, like the firebolt is like flying through the air and he's like chasing it like a dog chasing a frisbee. The tongue is out and everything. Here we go. That is a 14 to hit. I'm going to apply a bless to that.
Okay.
Yeah, Iron Mind is trying not to judge his betters, at this moment.
18 is enough to hit.
Here we go. 5 points of piercing damage.
Thank God you don't kill it. That would be a thing.
That
You
would've
are
been
able. You go in low. You grab one of the kind of legs at the front and you snap it away. You see the whole shelf kind of creaks and goes down. All the books are, and they're now kind of waving around. But yeah,
Just gonna
like you can hear ominous creaking now, and the sounds of the whole thing is sort of starting to lean to one side.
Just gonna look up and stare at Brew, still chewing on bits of wood. Splinters are falling out from between his teeth. And he's just
Yeah,
gonna go,
it's like a dog on a bone. You're just gnawing on this wooden
yeah,
stick.
pretty much like that. And that's all he's gonna do.
They call him Pestle Bookbane, the shelf snapper.
Yeah.
Fronny, you are next.
Well, I mean, that can't be good for digestion.
Reader's Digest.
There we go. Yeah,
The episode title, potential episode title.
Yeah.
So many we could have done with this.
I mean, if this thing looks like it's going to fall apart any second, I'm just going to throw another ray of frost at it.
Okay. Again, because of everyone in the wherever you are going to be slightly harder for you to hit.
You know what? Let's use the inspiration.
Okay.
And let's add a bless.
Drew Kane in the chat said no tome to die.
Nice.
So that'll bring it up to an 18.
Yes, which is pretty much what you needed to avoid your lizard folk companion. Roll for damage.
1.
Damage is damage.
But in the aimings of trying to do it, you only kind of skim one side of it, so you definitely weaken that side, but it's still creaking to itself. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Brew.
Yeah. Will I be able to hit it from here? Not really.
I'm gonna say it's got half cover too, just because you're trying to get round the door and past.
Cool.
So it's more the fact it's just someone in the way. So they're not in your line of fire. It's just you're trying to get through a restricted space.
Okay. And then I'm gonna unarmed strike. That's a miss.
That is a miss.
And then my bonus action, I don't strike as well.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add a bless to that. Well, my only bless to that
Okay.
one. Just to make sure. That's a D4.
Lovely. And how do you defeat this animated library brew? 'Cause that is what you need.
Yeah, channeling my training days in the monastery, breaking planks for training. Yeah, that's what I do.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Be the plank.
Is it with the head? Is it the?
It's not.
So your first one is more just pushing mortar out the side, so you can get a punishing axe kick into it, slamming into that front desk. One of the books goes flying, and the whole thing just crashes in on itself.
Awesome.
And we are out of combat. I'm going to say at this point, this might be a good time for us to take 5 minutes worth of a tea break.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
So we'll take a little bit of break. So thank you, chat. We will be back in just a few minutes and hope to see you all soon.
Waystar systems activated.
Welcome aboard the starship Waystar, Captain. Plasma engines are primed, probability torpedoes are armed, and the Kickstarter campaign is locked and loaded. As the primary commander of this vessel, the only thing missing is your authorization. With a core rulebook, creature codex, adventure setting, campaign module, and a host of additional assets, we're at full power. Please say the word and we'll neutralize the enemy. Enter authorization codes and confirm weapons deployment. See you among the stars, Captain. Orbital Control Defense Operations, out.
And welcome back. For those just joining us, our party have just destroyed a piece of valuable property, an animated library attempting to, garrot the bard last we saw. With the remains of the books scattered around. Pestle still chewing away on that wooden stick. What would you all like to do?
Richard will walk in and look at it and turn to Iron Mine and go, well, it seems not all books are created sequel. And stand there and just wait for a
I'm just imagining the Iron Mine just stood there passively.
Yeah.
Very
human.
Not saying anything, no change of expression, just stood there.
Freddie groans at
Most-
that.
Most humorous, Sir Richard.
better than posthumous, isn't it?
But yeah, Freddie will, fish into his little side pouch that he's got, and he'll pull out a potion and hold it up to Ori and say, yeah, it looks like you might need this more than me.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do.
Yeah.
That'll be 50 gold. And then he'll start laughing.
It's me half joking.
Okay. She's so winded she doesn't know. She's just like, okay. Thank you.
When as Fronny was saying that, like Iron Mind was like instinctively going for his gold pouch. So, like, he looking a bit sheepish. He asks Ori, they're right, because in the heat of battle and probably shouldered out of the way and isn't quite sure what damage is from the library or him sort of barreling into. Apologies. For the
No, don't
forcefulness.
apologize at all. That was amazing. Thank you. I need to learn that I'm not a fighter. You did great.
Well, most bookshelves aren't quite so dangerous.
We are in a magical house, though. I should have learned my lesson.
Well,
But thank you, and I'm glad you're okay.
oh, many thanks.
Ari, if you're taking that, that's full. That's 10 points. You're going to take it as an action, or you can roll. But if you wanted to spend an action to drink it and then just take a moment to compose yourself, you'll get the full 10 points back, which will put you on full.
Can I investigate the rubble?
Go for it. Roll me an investigation check.
Yes, I'm not stepping back in that room.
For an 11.
Cool. So, to be fair, most of the books in these have probably got some everlasting spell books, so they seem to, like, the majority of them you could probably would still be retrievable. You do find a couple of interesting bits, though. One, you find that the book that was on the reading desk is your 7th puzzle book, and it has the letter M on it.
Okay.
You also find that one of the books that was on a chain has come away, and you've had martial weapons training to some extent. Some of the others more so than you. You believe you could probably use that as a flail, should anyone want. And Fronny and Mortar, make me Arcana checks.
Why literally throw the book at somebody?
I mean, I'm not good at them, but sure.
It's a 15 for mortar and pistol.
So yeah, Fronny, you don't pick anything up from this. You're too distracted with the healing potion. Mortar, there's probably still enchantment left on that book, so if they did it as such, it might not count. It might count as a magical attack.
Which does, sorry?
If they were to use the book on a chain as an attack, it might count as a magical attack. I'm not entirely certain, but you reckon the sort of residual enchantment from the animated library using it may still have remained on it. Interesting enough, it's called martial arts techniques.
Okay.
Sorry, martial attack techniques.
That's what the book is called.
That's what the book on this chain is called. Yes.
I mean,
okay. Can I pick it up, or is it attached to the chain?
No, it's now the book and the chain are separated from the thing.
I'll pick it up and I'll study it later.
Okay. Cool. You can hold on to that for now.
I know a monk can't use a flail, but it was bruise kill. It feels like it's like nunchuck foot.
Maybe we'll see if we can train them proficiency. His part.
Non-book.
Yeah. Yeah. Non-booker. I was gonna say, just out of interest, Tom, as they go in, Iron Mind is going to quietly look over the books to see if any of them relate to, or sound like they relate to, and like anthropology or cultures of Toril or Faerun or the world, or culture and maybe humanoid philosophy. We don't need to anything specific, but if there is one in that sort of area,
I guess roll. Just do it or just straight luck check. Let's roll a d20 and see. Not only is there a book, the chain on that is also broken. So if you wish to...
Yeah, it seems Iron Mind had the same idea as Freddy, because Freddy wanted to look and see if he sees anything related to, creating magic in individuals through some means, or, awakening powers in people.
Again, roll me a luck check. Yours actually might be slightly less. Might have a small... lower DC for you. Yes, you will find something. Yeah, let's say the chain's broken on that as well. So I look at the image of the pair of you just reaching both your books, both looking at each other, going. And we can work out the details on those later.
Yeah,
but I'll say there's no other. Everything else. Did that quick look? You can see so everything else is the chains are still attached. There's only those 3 books that have been released in the destruction you've caused.
Right, so for now,
Sir Richard, are you doing anything there, or have you just moved out of the way for?
No, he's just sitting there on the sideboard, banging his legs, swinging his legs, and they're banging against the wooden doors like a bold child.
Cool. Well, you all do now seem to have 7 books. Is there anything else you'd like to go in this mansion?
Is there anywhere else we haven't explored?
I'd like to leave post haste.
I agree.
I mean, we've had so much run-ins with furniture. I'm afraid Sir Richard might be getting PTSD or something.
Never trust a piece of furniture ever again.
Okay. I'm about to move you all down to the hallway. Is there anywhere else in this mansion people would like to go to before I do so?
I don't think I'm okay.
I don't think so.
No.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Is the telescope device, does it look like it's worth anything?
The telescope devices look like they're securely fastened
But the
into
crystal
the
in
ground.
middle.
Okay, all right. Right.
Same with the crystal, and that is actually part of that stand.
No worries.
So you all move downstairs. What are you doing with the books?
We have to figure out how to use
I mean,
this out.
so we know it's a puzzle that we need to solve.
Yeah. So what you're getting back down there, so you know you've got the shelf with the 7 slots in it by the door.
Just put the books back in the slots.
Okay.
So what are we thinking? What order are we doing?
Did I spell anything?
Well,
No.
Ironmind is going to make his suggestion that, but obviously he'll be corrected by Mortar, I'm sure. That ask, is it Miss Tara or Miss Tara? Because they do spell Miss.
So I do believe it's Mistra. There's no
Oh.
E.
It also spells smarty.
Or mastery?
What are wizards?
They're very
Mister?
smarty
Smarty.
pants, aren't they?
Aye, Sir Richard has
It's
it.
hard shell of a GUI center. Love it.
I believe. They do say only smarties have the answer.
Every time Adventuring Party comes to puzzles or doors, they just all go, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I think.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's like 10 5-year-old children have solved it already. They're shouting.
In chat, what Kira
Shakespeare.
and
Is
Juan
that a
did.
word?
Kira and Juan did both say mastery in the chat. B.
Sounds viable.
Sorry.
What does Chet think?
What do you
Mastery,
think, Chet?
Smarty, Mistra.
Mystery seems like the obvious trap choice.
Well, I
doesn't it?
did put in Mirtzi at the very start. Could be that.
By Jove, you have
I
it.
didn't see this.
This is a very magical term. Probably never heard of it. Mirtzi. That's actually the name of this cat. Here, Mirtzi.
Wooden cat.
Heads back off to the kitchen area.
Where are you going?
Well, I don't know. Mystery seems like the obvious choice for a trap, doesn't it? I vote for mastery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like it's a
Yeah,
viable
that's my
option.
vote too.
Frony's actually gonna walk into the kitchen and call out to the monkey line, ask them.
Yes. Would you like
know-
breakfast, sir? Breakfast?
Not right now. Do you know what what order the books need to go in? What words they need to spell out?
No.
Was worth a shot.
I tempted to have said yes, and you could have just asked them the whole way through this, but so tempting. No. Sausage roll to go, sir?
Oh, yes.
Orange juice?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sausage roll.
Okay.
What's it? 6 to go.
One moment, sirs. You can hear the sound of her close starting to rapidly make up more breakfast for you.
I would
Despite the fact
prefer.
that you're guessing late afternoon.
I would prefer to be the one that eats a sausage roll, not be eaten by a sausage roll. If that would.
So what word are we going for in the order of books?
I like mastery.
I think mastery. I'm just gonna go. Give it a go.
Yeah, I'm happy with this as well.
Yeah. start putting them up. in the-
Okay, so you're putting in the word mastery. Are you doing anything else as you put the books into place?
Hoping it doesn't explode.
Very tentatively while I do it, getting ready to run.
Ducking, yeah.
Just do one of those magical little gestures.
Just every
you
time it
wizards
goes
do.
up. Oh my god.
Okay. So
Little
you
wave
put all
taller than
7
me.
in. What's memory on this one? Everyone just roll me an intelligence check, I guess.
I usually go history for memory.
I'm trying to think if there's something for like, is there something written on the cover of the book or?
Well, yes, it has it right there. It says mastery.
Are we
Say
history
that.
or
As you
or
say
intelligence?
that, Water, the doors release and open.
Oh.
I would have reminded you the magic
Just
mouth
with
on
my
the door did
mind.
say, return the books and say the word.
Ah, I knew that.
It was in there somewhere, wasn't it?
Very good.
The master appears to be, you see before you, you can see the little study. You can also see there's a body on the floor.
Is it
Oh,
Morton
yeah.
Kanan? Have we done it?
Who is going in first? What order are we doing this in?
I'm not.
If no one objects, I'm going in.
Seeing as I'm basically the last one, I'm going to start pushing Sir Richard towards the door.
What? Take your hands off me, you cad.
As you step
this
in,
is the study that we were in before.
yes. So this before you is the sage Matrius, who was the seeker who'd gone missing, and apparently
The guy
been trapped
we-
in this mansion, unable to find 7 books. Um,
Oh,
The person that was in the room with us when we went in initially, are they there?
for the minute, there's no one else in this room.
I would like to try the experiment. I'm going to step after the Iron Mind, and I sincerely hope my new friend, the Bullfrog, does not disappear from my pocket.
I'll go after him. Where's the Iron Mind?
I'm moving you.
We're
Oh, sorry, cool,
one
yeah.
left of the map. Yeah.
Yeah. and
Okay,
I'm
so
behind
at the
Sir
point
Richard.
where you step through Mortar and Pestle, a couple of things happen. Firstly, I need to go to this one. Iron Mind does a. Why is that? Sorry, let me set up this character sheet to actually roll the gem layer, because that will also be useful as well. Iron Mind does a 12 hit. No, it does not.
No, he's 16 from the chain now.
Okay, and then against who's that one there? Against Fronny does a. Where are you? There you are. Why are you not? Sorry, this is the bit I didn't do. I didn't check to make sure that I could send it to GM layer on some things. Does a 19 hit.
It does indeed.
Okie dokie. So from the study in front of you, there's a clang to your side. I mind. And hovering above the shelf, this small little red-skinned humanoid with a barbed tail has just taken a swing at you. Fronny, from the ceiling above you, what other layer? This fat, small, round, green creature has kind of leapt off where it was perched in a corner, and you are going to take 6 piercing. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
All right. We'll leave it at that. I am going to use Tides of Chaos.
Okay. That's a good choice.
17.
You also get as this poisons. You can just essentially and you manage to kind of wrestle this creature off before the poison goes into your system. And with that, into initiative, please. As these two little creatures have just suddenly.
Do I need to give you a magic surge?
Is it straight away on Tides of Chaos?
You can call it before his long rest, I think. Anytime before his long rest.
Yeah, anytime before my long rest.
Oh, I thought it was instant.
I'll double check for you now.
Check. Okay, don't mind what I can do either.
What magic surge immediately after you cast the sorcerer's. So anytime between now and my next rest when I cast the.
Okay.
I think it also says you can only call it when I'm at least 30 foot away from him.
Yeah.
Really? I don't remember seeing
No, it's
that.
in there. It's in there. It's in there.
Is
No,
it?
no.
Okay.
Mark, I can guarantee you which one I'm going to get. I'm going to get reduced, and I'm going to shrink by 1 inch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know that one all too well.
Sorry, Tom. Are we all rolling for this?
Yes, you will be rolling initiative at this point.
Okay.
While we're rolling, Tom, a question. Has my bullfrog disappeared from the pocket?
No.
Yes!
Just a note on my HP bar doesn't seem to be updating, but that's not an issue. It's not a big issue.
It has for me.
Oh, on my side.
That's for me.
Yeah, same here.
Roll 20.
Oof.
Yeah, I am hurting.
Yeah, I mean this is one of those bites that's gone towards your neck and it's ripped out a great chunk, and there's blood profusely running down now. Sorry, I need to do one more initiative roll. Cool. Let's get them back onto public lair. And is that everyone rolled while I've been doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Marvelous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Let's put that descending. So, starting us off, Sir Richard.
Okay, so they went through these doors.
They've gone through the doors in front of you. So before you,
This
and I've
creature's
moved
here.
across from you two, there is the study you started the day in, where you first started your search for Matthias, who you can see on the floor. No, sorry, it's outside of the mansion.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But it's in a different area, so you can go through the door, and I'll move you across. But you can see, just left off front is this small little. Let's grab the token out.
Oh,
that little creature.
Dave, just so you know, Frony is frantically standing there shouting, "Stab it, stab it, stab it, stab it, stab it!"
Yeah. Very well. Who am I to refuse a special request?
And he will go rapier dagger. It is 24 for the rapier, 13 piercing.
Yep. That'll do some damage.
And then 24 with the dagger and 5 piercing.
Down to show me your health. There you go.
18 total.
18 total. That's actually enough on that one. They don't have a lot of damage at all. And you just basically skewer this thing on top of it before it can do anything else.
Flick the blade, and so it lands with a wet squelch at Frony's feet.
There you go, my friend. Onwards to victory. What?
Mortar. So
can I use my movement?
Oh yes, you can move. Are you moving into the room?
Yes,
I will move you
will.
across.
Thank you.
Because you are not directly in line with the map. Zoomed out to too far. You will come into 5. You're there 5, 10. I'm going to say you've done 15 to get to this corner, and you can see this little wee beastie.
Can you shift ping me? Sorry. Is it shift ping or shift Z?
Shift Z. Yep, it's already up.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see where I am. Oh, there it is. Cool.
Yeah, and you can see that thing's kind of
Thank you.
floating in the air to the side of Iron Mind. Cool. Mortar and Pestle.
Yep, Pestil's in charge right now, and he's going to produce his spine spear. He's going to throw it.
Okay.
That little demon thing. Boop. That is a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. Does not hit. Just.
And it just goes into the wall. And
Goes to the wood right next to it. It
Nice.
just darts out the way.
Gonna look a little bit dejected after that, but that's all he can. I'm gonna move down here, and that'll be me.
Okay. So this little imp howls at you all and will then well, you're nearest Iron Mine, so it's going to try to sting at you again. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
No, again, you can use your armor just to block this thing to one side. It will, if you were throwing that from there, it is going to flutter into this corner up here, just seeing where Pestle is. It's kind of staying out the way in case there's another spear or stabby implement coming. That's all that can do. That's dead. Ari.
I'm going to use Healing Word on the Funny beside me.
Do you have any spell slots left?
Yes, because I got the healing potion before.
Won't give you spell slots
Oh,
back. It only gives
okay.
you health.
Oh, sorry, then no.
Okay. Do you not have a healing? You might have a healing potion of your own in your bag.
Do I? Because I can give him that absolutely. I don't think I do though.
I have no idea what you've got in your inventory, so.
I should know these things. I definitely should know these things. Oh, I do. Yes, I can give this to.
Okay.
Ronnie.
Thank you.
Are you going to hand it to him to take on their turn, or are you going to eat your comrade?
Sorry.
Are you going to apply it, or are you going to just hand it to Fronny to take themselves?
I don't know how we use it. I'm just going to
You can just hand it
now.
Okay, so you hand it to Fronny. Cool. What else would you like to do?
I'm just gonna move up into the room with everybody else.
Okay, so that's 5, 10. So you come in here, and you see that little sort of little miniature devil creature is in the corner.
And then I can try. It's got ears. I will do vicious mockery on him.
Okay.
I just feel like you're so pungent. Sewers are masked by your stench or whatever, and just go for it.
To see how mine go, but I washed just the other week. I don't.
Is not working.
There we go. 14. That's what I wanted. Doop 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 doo. Very wise are imps. Cool. It says a few words that, yeah, you will not understand, but there's the air of brimstone and hellfire to its tone, and also some blood leaking out of one ear. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay out of trouble now.
Okay. You've still got another. What did I say? 5, 10. You've still got another 15 foot of movement if you want to move behind this shelf and all.
Yeah. Behind.
All right. Brew.
Yeah, I'll also move into the room.
Are you going to move into melee as soon as you get in, or do you want to be?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll put you in here.
Yep.
That thing is immediately to the side of you.
And then I'll short sword.
Yep. 40 does not hit. No. Again, very close.
Yeah.
Just.
And then I'll drop my sword and try to like squish it like a bug. With an unarmed strike.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oof. No.
As you're
That's
doing
not
that,
good.
it just basically grabs your fingers, pushes you back.
Cool. And that's me.
Alrighty.
Fronny, you are alone in the mansion. You are holding a healing potion.
Yeah. So I'll bonus action drink the healing potion.
Cool. Roll for the healing then.
Rolling
Roll
dice.
+2. It's just taking a while.
Yeah, it's taking a while, so I'll get to the healing now. There we go. So that's 5 + 2. So I'm back up.
7. Nice. Very good.
And can I see the thing from where I am?
No, it's round the corner. So you'd have to enter the room at this point. You can always duck back into the mansion afterwards.
Yeah. So that's 5, and then another 5.
Yeah, so that brings you to there.
Just need to zoom out so that I can find myself
Bottom
again.
left corner is where you.
Cool. There we go.
The real world study.
I chose wisely. And then so there was 10, so 15, 20 underneath the desk, 25 to there, and
sure.
You know what? I'm quite pissed off right now, so I'm just going to throw a chaos bolt at this thing.
Lovely. That misses. And can you roll me a D100, please?
Sorry, I've got a bless. I'm just going to add that because why the hell not?
Sure.
15, I think, is still going to miss.
15 is what you needed.
Ooh. We will get to the wild magic now.
I mean, you can do damage on the Chaos Bolt if you want. Well, that is the... Oh, wow. What damage type would you like to use?
I'm checking now, so 5 or 7. Let's do... Yeah, so we'll do Psychic. So as Frony flicks the card out of it, it just kind of disappears, and you just see, kind of like that heat ripple effect around the imp's head.
Yeah. And then it does fall. Harvey will hang up. There's just the lovely little geyser of slightly smouldering infernal blood. And then, around you...
I am up to...
No.
So with the Tides of Chaos I did, I will be up to a 3 now on my Wild Magic search.
Yeah, so get your D20 in first. Did we roll straight on the table? Or does it continue to stack? If you use Tides of Chaos, it gets straight on the table, isn't it, the next one? Sorry, I'm trying to remember what you're...
With Tides of Chaos, once you do so, you must finish any time before you gain the use of the DM can have you roll. Yeah, you can have me roll straight on the Wild Magic.
Yeah, roll me a D1. Roll on your Wild Magic Surge button, please.
Well done, everyone. We've saved the day. Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Ooh.
Good grief.
I regained 24 hit points, which I didn't need.
Nice.
So all the rest you just see, for one moment, Frony has gone Super Saiyan, lifts into the air, and it's just this big, muscular, and then goes back to where he was before. Nice.
I feel good.
That is all you find out of that. As you're all looking around and breathing, the door to the south of Frony opens, and I can't remember, one of the great readers comes in, whose name I forget because I can't find where it is in my notes. You see there are a number behind them of the Gates Wardens. What on earth is going on here? What have you done to that man?
He did it, pointing at the imp. Or well, what's left of him.
Yes, he was like this when we found him.
Just escaped from the book.
And then they see behind you and they're watching the doors now closing. You're going to have to start from the beginning here. What on earth is going on? What on Faerun is going on?
Let's get out of here first, and then maybe we'll have that discussion.
I think we will stay here, and you can explain here. Why is there a door in our study?
Is
You're asked.
what Freot? No, there was mention of Freot being a frequent collaborator of Istandia, but who was the fella that came down here with us and got out before?
That was the great reader, whose name I can't remember.
Okay.
Gave you the
Flaming
Possibly.
door? Not.
The only one I know. I have the name of the halfling one, but that's it.
It wasn't the halfling,
No.
and it wasn't the first reader bookworm.
Um,
Yeah, 'cause that's who
and
someone led us down here, and then
Was it the halfling fellow?
possibly
Feminor
suppose-
Scrivenbach?
it is now.
Oh, I wanted to talk
Was
to
it
him,
Teles Avoste?
I need
Teles
to go back.
Avost.
I need to go back to my.
No worries.
Essentially, yes. You have one of the great readers there. You can see the gate wardens are kind of. They're standing out in the room, and the gate wardens are basically blocking behind as they're trying to work out what on earth has happened here.
Intending to name drop whoever it was that came in with us and then
Yeah.
got out before the door closed.
we were
Say-
both-
No, because Mattress was the
us.
one you found in the mansion. He didn't. You were sent to find him. He was
we were
missing.
brought here, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't somebody?
So he
I know
was in the
Mattress-
mansion with you, and he walked out the door, but he didn't come with
And
you
we
into the
got locked
study
in.
to start with.
Oh, he walked.
He was
past
trapped
us.
in the mansion and had been missing for a couple of days.
And we did hear the scream.
I thought-
And actually, this is the man who was
You
dead here.
did
before.
hear the scream. Your quick summation would be that.
Quite shortly after.
Roll me, as you said, a history check. Anyone who wants to.
Give it a go.
Sure, why not?
History.
So when we came in
22.
originally, was that then Matrius? Did Matrius run out as we?
Mattress departed. He said he wanted you to do it. You remember as well, he was holding a statue of a demonic creature, which looks rather much like the non-head-blown version of the imp that attacked. So you suspect,
Yes.
particularly with that 21,
Ooh, sorry with this one.
yeah, that he must somehow the imp had been imprisoned in the statue form, but upon leaving the mansion had been able to release itself and had taken Mattress by surprise.
I
And
see.
Ferroni can account for how much these things hurt if they hit. And Mattress, not being the capable adventurer you all are, did not survive the encounter.
Yes, very sad.
I think he
Anyway,
seems to like to fight.
Yeah, so
Well, there you go.
Yeah, we-
That's what happened.
Someone roll me persuasion with advantage, please.
not me.
I've got a +4.
Oh, go for it. I've +3. I mean,
How many wa-
Yeah,
but I'm
mine's
metagaming, but like.
Iron Mind's not
I
speaking
have a
because he's
6.
told to.
or
plus
Ari,
6.
you roll it.
persuasion.
Yeah, he's looking
Holy
to Ori.
shit.
I think the Baron
Yeah,
should do the
I mean, Ari is
Yeah.
the one he's looking towards as
Pretty
the
much, yeah.
avowed
He's
in the group.
Yeah, looking to Ori as
Yeah.
the-
So is
the
the
face.
great reader.
Tell them.
Wait for the roll.
Very slow.
Holy shit.
25. I mean, that's shockingly bad. That's just not good enough. No,
I'm
that's
so
yes.
sorry. Yeah, it's not enough
No,
to
that
better.
is more than enough. And as they kind of watch the doors close behind you and fade out the way, and you can call out Liberty to reopen the doors. You can see homunculi floating with 6 sausage rolls in their hands. Does Master still require the sausage rolls?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
It doesn't come through the door. It's just offering them, but you
Throw
can
it.
reach and grab them.
Yes, you go.
the drive-through window.
Yeah, and you're able to, and particularly as well the fact that the Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces is still on the desk, still has the handwritten notes, and you are able to demonstrate that you have come in. You have found Matrius. You were just unfortunate in not being able to secure him, and the Great Reader will then arrange for some of the Avowed to come in, trained in this, to properly go through the mansion, catalogue it, and determine what is to be done with this.
They have a
At
small
that-
matter of a payment.
Did they agree payment for this? I don't think they did.
Well, it's, I thought we'd get 250 gold for a unique work brought back. I believe we have 7.
You didn't take the puzzle books out. However, they do agree that you have secured the book, so that will be 250 gold will be retrieved for the party
Nice.
to share amongst you, as you have managed to unlock a secret of a tome within Candlekeep, and the Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces now goes onto your thick sheet. And I'm going to have to update the splash screen for next session. Okay. So you are led out from here and head back into Candlekeep itself. By the time you've finished your explaining, it's coming on to early evening.
Time for drinks, I think.
Oh yes, Brony's getting smashed.
Wash and arrested.
Sure, you can head back into the hearth. Is there anywhere else wants to go before we head in there?
No.
I don't think.
I'm
Straight
good.
for the
That has
straight for the boozer.
Fair enough. Yeah, you all head
or with a
into
positive side.
the. At this point, the fact that you are now an official squad of Candlekeep has been conveyed to the bar staff. So the top shelf drinks will still cost money, but the basic ales, basic drinks are available to you for free. Let's move you back into the hearth so you can see the size of this. Whoop. I believe your tokens are still in there. And then you can just see, obviously, as you're walking in, you can see a few of the Avowed who are in the various seats kind of looking towards you. So a few of you look a little blood-stained, a little worse the wear. You can see some people are giving you a bit of a wide berth. Although one or two of the people you know, Ari, where's that flipping tiefling whose name I've always forgotten, will come up and keep you company. Irony. Your tiefling Avowed college mate, I guess, will come and join you. If there is nothing more you wish to do tonight, when you long rest, you will become level 2.
Action surge.
2.
And I think as well at that point, it's probably a good time to finish the session tonight. So thank you all very much. Lovely to see you. It's been 6 weeks. Only 4 weeks for the next one, chat. It'd be great to have you all back in here. Thank you those who made it all the way through. Do recall there are games tomorrow and Sunday, next Tuesday, next Thursday. Always lots going on. Remember, have a look at the Waystar Kickstarter campaign if you have not. And if you've missed any of it, go onto YouTube in a few days and it'll hopefully be there. But otherwise, thank you all very much. Take care of one another, and we will see you next time.